Here are 12 signs that you have a deep spiritual connection with someone. Number 1. Both of you respect one another. While respect is a hallmark of every good relationship, it is especially prominent in relationships marked by a spiritual connection. A kindred spirit listens to each other empathically. When someone speaks, the other is fully attentive. Each person values what the other feels and thinks, so neither interrupts nor responds. Two people with a soul bond are also more likely to understand one another's needs, so it is easier to set limits and boundaries. Your kindred spirit understands exactly where you're coming from and will not judge you based on it. In addition, a kindred spirit will value the differences you share immensely, especially if they're the kinds of differences that ensure compatibility. It may be you love to eat, yet you're a terrible cook. They, on the other hand, know how to cook just about anything. Although your passions and interests may be entirely different, you're still soulmates, regardless. If you effortlessly respect, support, and encourage them throughout the relationship, there are high chances that you have found someone with whom you share a spiritual bond. Number 2. There's nothing you won't do for each other. An attentive man will take care of his woman without hesitation when they share a deep spiritual connection. It won't matter what threats she faces, he'll provide and protect her. A woman will treat her man the same way. It's an interesting new theory in relationship psychology that's currently gaining a lot of attention. The theory is there's a biological drive in men to stand up for women in their lives and be their everyday hero. This is known as the hero instinct. Men want to see themselves as heroes, as someone their partners want to be around, not as mere accessories, or as best friends or partners in crime. Furthermore, deep spiritual connections are impossible without it. This might sound a bit strange in today's society. In most cases, women do not need to be rescued. They're not searching for a hero. But there's a twist to this story: men still want to be heroes. It's in their DNA to seek relationships that make them feel like one. In order to enable him to feel like your hero, you must do it authentically. It is possible to trigger his hero instinct with certain words, phrases, and requests. Number 3. Their presence makes you feel at ease. It's common for people to make you feel more anxious when you're in an awkward social situation. When you're close spiritually to a person, it's the opposite. When this person is by your side, you can feel at ease no matter what else is happening around you. Anxiety or nervousness can be eased by their presence. Those who share a spiritual connection can be themselves whenever they are together. It's unnecessary for them to pretend or shut themselves off to one another. They are fully aware of who you are and what you do, so there is no need to be defensive. Kindred spirits are not bothered by silence. That's because you feel less pressure to fill in all those lulls or gaps in conversation because you're more comfortable with each other. Number 4. The attraction is instinctual. You enter a room, not knowing anyone, and immediately feel like you've known each other forever. It might sound like a movie cliché, but this can actually happen. If you feel a deeply connected pull towards someone, it could be a sign you have found your soul mate. When you connect spiritually with someone, your gut instinct takes over. There is no clear reason for it, and there can be no doubt about it. You just have to follow your instincts. In such circumstances, your intuition does not raise any red flags. There will be no fear, as long as you can clearly see how this person fits into your life. Number 5. You're genuine with them. Many people change the way they present themselves to the world, based on how they think they'll be received in certain groups or institutions. For example, the way you behave as a professional could be completely different from the life you live at home or with your friends. Each of us tries to adapt how we act and look in certain situations. Sincerity is a key characteristic of a spiritual connection. When you're with someone you're kindred spirits with, you cannot be inauthentic since both of you seem to know each other inside out. Both of you are very honest and open to each other in addition to being comfortable in your own skin. In a spiritual bond, there is no room for secrets. You are more able to be genuine and unfiltered when you know the other person is not going to judge you. You can also overcome your baggage and embrace the next stage of your life with their assistance. Number 6. The conversation flows easily. In this world, there are lots of boring people, including those who have no common interest or who aren't very good at conversing. Even though everyone can learn good conversation skills, talking to a soulmate is an altogether different experience. You're virtually unstoppable when it comes to your conversations. The best way to spend time together is in a quiet and private place where you can just talk. In their company, words flow easily. Any topic becomes interesting and engaging when there is a kindred spirit. You can talk to them about anything. You can also discover your inner self by talking with someone spiritually connected to you. You are intellectual equals whose knowledge of themselves and the world around them can increase the knowledge of each other. Number 7. Your support for one another is unconditional. You may have found your soulmate when you unconditionally and wholeheartedly support someone in their growth. Simply put, you're rooting for your kindred spirit to win in this game of life. Naturally, both you and your partner want to see each other succeed. Whatever trials each of you faces, you both make sure that the other isn't left to deal with them alone. Finding spiritual connection can change your life because of this. With someone watching out for you, you don't have to worry about problems coming your way. Number 8. You share the same morals and values. While you may not agree on whether anchovies belong on pizza, your soulmate shares the same values, morals, and goals as you do. You can view the world through the same set of eyes when you have aligned morals and values. Because your kindred spirit sees the world similarly to yours, you are less likely to disagree on certain issues. When you plan to spend your entire life with someone, it is especially important to talk about values. You can't envision your shared future unless your values and vision align. It's possible to be working against each other's efforts if you lack a spiritual connection. It could affect your plans to start a family, raise your children, or achieve personal goals. Number 9. When something is wrong, you can tell. Having someone reach out unexpectedly at the exact moment when you were feeling alone and down can be a weird experience, and it might just seem like a coincidence. But it's possible that person could be a kindred spirit. It's quite possible that your kindred spirit just shows up out of nowhere, when you start feeling that no one cares about what you're going through. These people know when somebody like them needs help and show up when that person needs it. You can also feel bad when someone is connected spiritually to you. It is quite easy to tell if a person has been having a bad day from the moment they walk through the door. A wordless hug, a warm dinner, or even some time alone is all you need if your day just went awry. Number 10. It's as if you have known them forever. You may have encountered a kindred spirit or a soulmate when you meet someone new and feel something profoundly familiar about their presence. Your thoughts, ideas, and feelings may be similar, as if you have known them since birth. The connection between you cannot be explained. In some religions, cultures, and spiritual traditions, they believe it's possible that this represents a relationship from a previous lifetime. They believe you may have encountered them on a past journey of your soul, so you can quickly reconnect. From the first meeting, these people just get you, not just because they have similar hobbies or interests. Even after a separation, this bond can persist. Perhaps you became good friends with someone as a child, only to lose contact as an adult, and when you meet them once again, nothing has changed. With an attachment, you can continue right where you left off again and again. Whenever you are around them, you can't help but think about them. Number 11. Without hesitation, you trust them. Having intuition is the ability to get an immediate understanding of something based on a feeling in our bodies. You do not need any other person's advice when you listen to your intuition. Our gut instincts guide us away from danger and help us avoid potentially harmful situations or people. The act of listening to our intuition represents self-trust at its highest level. You usually trust people who you have a strong spiritual connection with right from the start, according to your gut instinct. It's hard to doubt their motives or their advice, because somehow, you can tell they mean well for you and they have your best interests in mind. This shouldn't be mistaken for being naive. It is vital to nourish trust so that it can continue to flourish. Your kindred spirit must give you reasons to put your trust in them. Number 12. You can communicate without saying a word. If you're able to communicate in silence, it could be that you're spiritually connected. There are examples of this kind of ability, like anticipating what someone will say, understanding their thoughts, and recognizing their emotions from across the room. A special bond between two people allows you to be incredibly in touch with their thoughts and feelings. Communication can be enhanced by silence when two people share a deep spiritual connection. Your moods are known to them and they act accordingly without you expressing them verbally. In other words, some claim that just a simple look into another person's eyes is enough to inform them of what they need to know, regardless of the social situation. You may also notice this extraordinary ability in times of distress. You may know if the other person isn't feeling well, even when you are miles apart. By connecting spiritually, you can comfort one another without having to question each other. Their insights can help you to face the things that you were afraid to face and can help you grow.